What's going on, everyone? So I'm out here doing some much needed TLC to my rooftop tent. As we all know, it's starting to get into rainy season here pretty soon, the winter, and we need to do some care on the tent to keep the water out of these tents. As they get older, the seams tend to stretch and they will leak. A lot of these tents come with a sealant already on them, and that stuff wears and comes off over time. So here's a few things that I use to keep my tent sealed and taken care of. We all spend a lot of money on these things, so taking care of them is key to ensuring the longevity of these tents. So let's get into what I use. So the first thing I use is the NicWax TX Direct Spray-On. This is a waterproofing spray usually used for garments or even tents. The next thing I use is the Gear Aid Fast Cure Seam Sealant. So this is for your seams. It's kind of like a glue substance, I would say. You can put on the outside of your seams or the inside as well. And for the zippers, I use the Gear Aid Zipper Cleaner Lubricant. This allows you to clean your zippers on your tent to keep them from gunking up and seizing up, and it also allows them to slide a lot easier. So what I usually do first is I'll start by opening up the tent. I'll use the leaf blower to blow all the dirt and dust off. Then I'll go through, I'll give it a quick rinse and then wipe it down. Then I go ahead and add on the NicWax, and I will do a quick spray over the entire thing and let that dry on the outside of the material here. And that'll help add a layer of waterproofing to the outside of the tent. As for the Fast Cure Seam Sealant, it's kind of like a glue. As you can see, there's some on my fingers. This stuff, it dries kind of hard, which is nice. And all I do is I just start from the bottom and I work my way up. As I'm squeezing the bottle, it'll apply a nice layer of sealant onto the seams. So these tents usually come with a seam sealant on them. It's this plastic layer stitched in, and it basically fills the holes of the stitches. But after time, these strips come off. So you're going to have to reseal this somehow, and that's where this would come in. So you can do it on the outside and inside, or either or, doesn't matter. So what I usually do with the zipper cleaner and lubricant is just like with this seam seal. I start from the bottom. I'll give the bottle a little squeeze, and you can see that it comes out, and then you just brush it on. So you don't need to keep squeezing. You can actually just brush it all the way up. And then from there, once I do the whole zipper, come down here. I usually run it up and down to get that lubricant moved throughout the entire zipper. So these zippers are really heavy duty, so they usually aren't an issue. But like I said, we spend a lot of money on these tents and equipment. So this might seem a little excessive to you guys, but for me, it's what I do to keep a little bit of peace of mind, knowing that my tent isn't going to get wet, even with the cover on. I will double check, look for any holes, then buy the patch kits from Gear Aid and patch them up. I also clean the underside of my cover because sometimes I take it off and it gets really dirty while camping. So I'll just give it a quick scrub, rinse, and wipe it down until it's dry. On the outside, I'll do the same thing. I'll rinse it, I'll scrub it, I'll dry it, and then I'll add in Chemical Guys Natural Shine UV Protectant. This stuff is interior and exterior for, let's see, plastic, rubber, and vinyl protectant, dry to the touch, and it actually helps the cover last a lot longer. It keeps it protected from the sun and from the elements, because this thing's outside all day. It doesn't get put away. So let me know what kind of TLC or care you do on your tent in the comments below, if you do anything at all. I know some of us, we get pretty busy between trips, but that's okay. We just got to take care of our stuff and make it last. It costs money. But yeah, let me know, and I'll see you guys later.